and welcome to the very first mini episode of The Foul-Mouthed Raven, where I rant in cursive about shit that's bugging me, or spread hope and share things that inspired me. But I'm going to let you know it's not a hope day. I'm Lindsay Pruitt, and today I'm here to stick up for my president and yours, a lame duck or not, Joe Biden. So, yesterday there was a Facebook post from the US Department of Transportation. It was about the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, AKA the bipartisan infrastructure deal. My background is the picture that was used, entitled The Big Deal, a callback to FDR's New Deal. It linked to a video narrated by one of my heroes and big intellectual crush of mine, Pete Buttigieg. I'll link it in the description for you. In any case, I made the fatal mistake of reading the comments section and found, as usual, a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and claims that Joe had done nothing in the last 4 years. That actually really pissed me off because, quite frankly, that is bullshit. Joe got a hell of a lot done in 4 years, whatever else you might think about him. He got shit done. And I know what you're thinking. Everything he set in motion isn't finished yet, right? Well, that's kind of the point. The big fucking deal signed into law in 2021 is meant to have lasting impact that will stretch far beyond his time in office, even if he had stayed until 2028. That's because he didn't only do things that he could point at and take credit for while he was in office. He wanted to make lasting improvements to our infrastructure and economy that will literally outlive him. And he will if the incoming administration doesn't put an end to it. Besides the wide range of infrastructure projects on roads, bridges, public transportation, airports, besides expanding broadband and replacing lead pipes, the bill is expected to add over 1 million jobs per year for years to come and boost our economy. I'm confident that if he hadn't been crippled by the state in which our once and future village idiot left our country, and also by his post-presidency actions via his bootlicking MAGA weirdos, Joe would have done a hell of a lot more. Let's not forget about how, for the sake of a platform to campaign on, our aspiring dictator leveraged his clown shoe Congress cunt. Yeah, I said the C word. Anyway, he used the do-nothing MAGA squad of the 118th Congress to stop a bipartisan border bill that would have addressed our country's concerns about immigration. It would have increased funding for border security tech like cameras, drones, and sensors. It would have provided additional resources for CBP and ICE to hire more agents, step up training programs, and expand their facilities. It would have included a provision to allow asylum seekers to apply for protection in their home countries or at US consulates to decrease the number of attempted illegal border crossings. It also would have established standards for care and custody of migrants in DHS facilities, including minimum health and safety standards, because immigrants, illegal or not, are still human fucking beings. In fact, now wondering if that last item was what y'all objected to. In any case, we could have had all of the above, but no, we can't have nice things. And if a bunch of people weren't no fair crybaby bitches who don't want people to have their student loans forgiven because they've already paid theirs off, more people, millions of people, would have gotten a break on student loans, in turn, giving them more money to put into the economy and a better chance at home ownership without the burden of crippling loan payments and poor debt to income ratios. And you know what that would have? Yeah, that's right. Cheaper fucking eggs. Because God knows that's all that fucking matters. Instead, you're going to get exactly whatever the adults who still hold office are able to preserve for you, and not one bit more. That is, if Dip Schittler and his Third Reich don't somehow manage to cancel democracy completely. Because trust this, he is already trying his fucking best and he's not even in office yet. So don't you ever say you weren't warned, both before and after November 5th. For example, if he manages to close the Department of Education like he says he will, and ends the Save Student Loan Repayment Program, and your student loan payments come back at you with a vengeance, if there's no more universal pre-K or Head Start, no more special education programs, no more after school programs, if there aren't enough teachers or if the schools in your neighborhood close, if your kid doesn't have art or music programs, if your kid can barely fucking read past a sixth grade level by the time they graduate, do not come crying to me and don't you dare blame Joe Biden. If I hear one fucking sarcastic thanks Biden in reference to something MAGA has destroyed, I won't be held responsible for rearranging the face it came out of until it feels more feng fucking shui to me. So yeah, it is a big fucking deal. And all of this is to say, thank you, Joe. You weren't perfect, but you were fantastic. I believe you when you say you love our country. And what I've said here doesn't even begin to cover it. I hope the history books do justice to your legacy. That is, if our schools still get to have books other than Trump's Made in China, God Bless America, Lee fucking Greenwood Bible. That's still uncertain, but I'm not. America, you fucked up.